Yo, what is good? My anime faithful, what is good, yo? Since I messed up and did not go to the store and get me some, well, actually, they only sell $25 PlayStation cards, and there's no games out right now that I really want, because I would just really go get 60, buy, or I'll get like 65. Buy a game and then use the rest um, on this game to get the DLC characters. But I don't have, for some reason, like $10 PlayStation cards near me, so I don't know when I'm gonna get these characters. I might not get them. I might just wait until season 2, see what drops, and see if they're even good when the new characters come. Because with there being new characters, it's easy to say that they might change up the fighting style in this game, or the new characters might just be overpoweredly strong, like we've seen time and time again sometimes. But Sword Art Online. I hope they drop Kimito. That would be so sick. Because I need Kimito in this game so I could just play with them on here instead of worrying about. We are watching War. This is what it's truly like. This is when it's at its worst. Is when you have people doing things that they really don't want to be doing. Um, Not only are they, attacking people who are unable to guard themselves at this point, and they're unable to really like stop going one way, and they have to continue. But at the same time, they would do the same thing to you, and that's what I mean by it's just like war. Like this is what they do to each other in these situations where if it wasn't for that being the case, they would have did it. Whoever is on the losing side, they would always probably do it to their opposing side. And that's kind of what it just comes down to with these types of moments. You're just left to kind of just left to watch people slowly but surely get bopped, and it's crazy. Uh, not only how many people get taken out this week by just being on the rope and getting cut off the ropes and falling, but then you have the people that already had made it, and they just didn't even stand a chance against the whole entire force of the opposing army versus them. So it was like, geez, man, you guys can't catch a break, can you? Like, that sucks, man. So not only do they get, destroyed through that whole ordeal, they then have to deal with the fact that every single person who is, kind of on the other side just has to suffer and watch as, we're watching another anomaly, or like another weird out case, something that they don't expect happening. Um, Phenomenon, that's what it's called. Paranormal. Something paranormal is about to happen, and I guess that might not be the right. Anyway, with the guy who truly he's a good leader, but at the same time, his hand's been forced. He's clearly not the stronger of, the couple of people who are around him when it comes down to the dark side, right? Um, they have to follow this new man who has submerged, this dark god, and that's the things that really, really kind of drive home the fact that he had no chance against, whoever this guy is that just popped out of nowhere and had all this ridiculous strength. Um, and if he did have a chance, he probably wouldn't be putting his troops out there like this. That's just how it is. But overall, I hope everybody definitely is enjoying this, because as of now, we're going to be seeing a lot of a lot of this weird behavior with the characters. I feel like the only way to really give our main like line of characters a true fight at this point that have been training and working ridiculously hard for the pontiff and all that, for them to get like a true match and almost get pushed to dying, these weird things are gonna have to happen, and I expect them to happen sooner than later when it comes down to, you know, the guy who's straight up watching his troops getting bopped, or finding out that maybe these humans that are now getting transferred into the world, which is crazy. Um, it's I'm trying to think of how to put it. Like the Americans are transferring people, and we're the Japanese server is, you know, like at 4 a.m. So there's like no one on right now. Um, I don't know. I feel like this is the reaching point, you know, because it does make sense that it's connected. But this is the part of the story where I'm just kind of like, but are you reaching though? You know, like all of a sudden, this world that Kimito, you know, couldn't talk about, couldn't, you know, really give out any information. It was just gone out of no, you know, it was just nothing you could really find on it. You wouldn't even know about it unless you're a part of it. All these types of stuff. Now, all of a sudden, it's an open server for all these Americans getting like a beta. They just think they're going into a beta and they're getting these, oh man, I can lop off arms and lop off heads and level up and stuff. This game sounds amazing, you know. They don't know that what they're being put into is where actual AIs have lived their lives, you know, lived 20s of 30s of even maybe hundreds of decades within a short amount of time of being created. But regardless of the fact, they're still, you know, alive in their own way. And to know that these guys are just jumping into a game and they're going to destroy them, it definitely feels like a Log Horizon type of deal, which the computers kind of became real, actual people, while our people who were, you know, the main characters, the people who are watching from the real world got transferred there. They're the ones who are kind of just like the data. They're the ones that don't really seem like they belong compared to the people that have been living and making history and families and all this stuff, but they're just NPCs to us, you know? So that's how these guys are looking at these new AIs in front of them. Oh, look at these NPCs. They're so epic. I'm kind of low level, but I think this fight is going to be awesome. You know, they don't care. They just want to play a game and see if it's awesome. So I want to see how this plays out. We also have a very moving speech about just, you know, the people who are objectified by what happened during the first ordeal, and how it's been treating them, how the government sees them and watches them and all that different types of stuff. So we have a good understanding of where both sides, in the case of the side of Wraith, the side that, you know, actually wants to make this AI place good, and then we have the side where they just want to take where we, you know, our side, our other side of Sword Art side, coming in and really getting little bits and pieces of the story, but knowing that people are in trouble, so they're jumping at the chance to help. Which, crazy enough, they're just gonna somehow transfer these characters, and this is where Alice and I feel like everybody in this show who makes it out alive anyway on the Alicization server, or whatever you want to call it, the Alice server. Um, if they if people make it out alive and somehow our like Kimito's avatar comes over, if there's some way to transfer Kimito and his avatar and connect them, I bet you that's going to be the way that he comes back. Not only that, um, that's pretty much what it sounds like his daughter's doing, right? Like she's just going to transfer everybody's data from this game into the next, so they're already powerful and ready to go, just like Asuna. But without Asuna didn't even get her account. So that's kind of my problem with it. I guess it makes sense that maybe an AI will be able to figure these things out because it's a part of the system. You know, you is so close and attached to the system that it would make sense that if there was a connection, she would be the only real one to be able to branch on being a part of the system itself. But we'll see how it plays out. I definitely want to see if that's how they're going to keep Alice and all of them as characters. And if they do this, this might lead us into, even more characters being revealed or introduced in the Sword Art canon. In the case of, there's a lot of video games out there that has characters that I've never seen in the show, for instance, or the movies. So like Rain and stuff. So I'm interested in where this is all going. I hope you guys are having an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be. I am your boy, the Anime G, and I don't think Fate's coming out. So yeah, apologies on that. Peace. What the heck? Dirty. My turn. Alright, buddy. Revenge feels good, doesn't it? Ice.